Hey, welcome to my channel, Dean Fun with Fisherman Dean. Today we're going to do something a little bit different here. We're going to do a install of a fuel shutoff valve for Tohatsu 2-stroke 3.5 horse engine. So it's just a little gas tank shut off here. This mine, when you open it up, it leaks. So we've got a replacement, and let's see if we can install that. All right, let's do it. So we got a lot of screws. So we've got it taken out, not too many, but all basically color cover stuff. So we're going to try to see if we can get some of this done real quick. And hopefully we don't spill too much gas with what we do. And there's 3 flathead screws, Phillips head on the top. For each side, it's a clamshell type cover. So pop these out. And we'll get these out over here. Hopefully we can take this whole thing apart, split it apart pretty easy. See in a second here. See what happens if I pull this apart, right? So not too bad. You got a few on the sides here you got to take out, which are not still Phillips head, but not definitely not flathead type screws. These are regular type. We're going to take out. And I'll end up peeling this whole covers back so we can get to this here. And I know there's one that holds the 2 sides together. If I get that real quick. And we get these all out without dropping them in the bucket. There should be one at the bottom here. I'm going to try to take just this one side off, but loosen up the other sides too at the same time. See if that makes a difference or not. But bear with me a second while I try to put this whole thing, take it all apart. Here. And hopefully you can still see me okay. And we'll see if we can pull this whole thing right apart. I don't know if we have to be in a particular spot to shift, around the shifter here or anything like that to get this apart, but there isn't any screws back here. So let's see if we can kind of split this in half. Get the 2 sides out and around. It's a pretty flexible cover. I don't know if it would make any difference if it's a scenario where you got too much ultraviolet sun or anything like that over the time frame. But I'll tell you in a second here. We'll see if we get some of this out. Maybe I need to take both sides of this out. I'll see in a minute. I'll pick with one of the screws into the bucket. Let's see what we got here. There's an easy way to do it. If there is, we'll do it. So we'll push this down like that for the moment. And there it is. That's what we're looking for. You can see that okay. We got our other one here. Now this is the shutoff valve between the tank. So I'm sure that we're going to have a difficult time turning this thing off. It does have some kind of a nozzle here for something too that goes into the tank, but I'm going to lose a little gas here. But we're just going to pop this off, pull it down, pop the other one in its place real quick, and see if we can tighten this up real quick. So see what happens. The standard kit for Toshiba does have the clamp on it already, so hopefully we can do this without leaking too much on the bucket here. So let's see what we can do here. Not going too crazy. Well, we're going to lose a little bit out here. So we'll pop that right back in there, push that right up, and I hope we get this right on where it needs to be. And make sure to turn the valve off too at the same time. No, probably right. Yeah, let's see if we turn that off. But yeah, so that's on. We lost a little bit in the pail, but it's okay. Yeah. So we're just going to push this right up on top like that. And pretty much just a Phillips head screwdriver attachment. We'll tighten it back up. As I say, lost a little bit in the cover, but it's okay. We'll get this nice and tight. Hopefully. I'll do what I want it to do. See if I can get this to kind of sit in the right way. So just get it nice and tight. All right, and there's the old one right there. Has a little clip on it. We'll just pop this clip back, twist this off, hopefully, right? Oh, twist that whole thing right off. Oh, easy than that. All right, so there's the old one. Don't know if there's any kind of a filter system here or not, but probably needed to be changed anyway. But that's the old one. It only leaked when I turned it on. It didn't leak when it was in the off position. So, but that's the new one that's on now. Let me just drop this down onto our paper here. I can take this, push it right back onto the bottom of our thing, and put our clip back on. All right, and then we can test it to make sure it doesn't leak by turning the valve on. And mine leaked as soon as I turned the thing on, so we're good there at this point. So hopefully you can see what I've got here on that. But so we're good on that. Now that's all installed. Just double check it for tightness. All right. And we just put the same covers and everything back up. Bear with me. I got to reach down in the bucket here to find one of my screws that I've lost. It's right here. Put that back on, and now it's just a matter of putting the covers back on. Yeah, I don't know how much. If these things have been out in the sun too long, how much these things will be ultraviolet break down or anything like that. But seems to be, this one seems to be relatively pliable still. So I think that's a good thing. So you just have to manipulate the thing back on. It is a tight fit to make this whole thing work. Seem to see the clip here is missing here now. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Let's see if I can grab that real quick, fix that one. So I got this one here that kind of, so you only want to undo one side because there's a bracket that goes across that connects the two sides, and if you take both sides out, then it's going to fall apart, and you don't want that to happen. So I'll grab this out real quick so you can see exactly what it is. But the two sides are held together by this clip here. So that has a screw in it. So you want to leave one set of screws in the side here so it doesn't fall apart. And that's what mistake. I guess I loosened that one side up a little bit first, and I shouldn't have done that. But that's all right. Listen, it's all about learning how to do this stuff, and hopefully you'll have to do this once in a while. So not a big deal. Hopefully. So let's see if we can get this back together again. Are we good? Oh. Don't want to make it too much of a pain in the butt. Hopefully not, anyway. So once you get that back down, you can tighten these back up, make sure they're nice and tight so they stay into place. And go back and try to get your cover back on. Remember, this shifting nodule has to be on the outside of the cover, so you want to make sure that you get things pushed down. But there's a couple pieces inside here. You have to kind of twist this back into shape to get it down around the right sections of the engine so it'll go around the right way. So once you get those pieces down, kind of easier to push from the front, I guess, as I did there. So just get that all the way down. Yep, push it in, and it should get the clips on the right side, and it should relatively come back together pretty easy. Nothing major here. So, and then you want to make sure you get that in the right spot too. I didn't get that in the right spot, so I got to go back and do this again real quick here. So we make mistakes here. We make mistakes here at Fisherman Dean. Just fine. It's what we do. It's what we do. So get it in there, push it back, get the switch on the outside, and then turn it off, and then you're in good shape. Now you can put the whole thing back together and just massage it back into place as it needs to be, and then put your screws back in, and I think you'll be in good shape. So that's what we do. All right. We learn too, you know. All right, good. So let me grab a couple of screws here. Get some more of this put back together again. Front one seems to be the easiest one to put together back first. I think all the screws are pretty much the same size, so I don't think that's an issue. They should go back into the same slots pretty easily. Just like I say, make sure you have everything kind of worked around the outside the right way. And just put them back in reverse. So put them back in reverse. That's the big thing. So there you go. See, I'm pretty sure if everything lines up right, everything should go back together right too. So it's good. Just a couple more screws. That's it. So I'm told this happens quite often, changing these things. I've never had it. I bought this engine brand new in 2003. So not something that happens too often, because if it was, I would have done it more than once by now. So and you can see these last screws have a different kind of a angle and shape to them. They're kind of flat headed, but they're still a Phillips. And these are the ones that kind of, I guess they don't stick up, so they don't want to be, they're more of a flush type fit on the top, so they don't catch your hands or anything like that. And you put them in, and yep, and that's That's how you know, right? So pop it in, get them lined up, and just make sure that if you loosened anything up, that you tightened everything else up too, and that all your cover pieces fit. And if I did it right, then I should be able to, the gas is on, give it a little vent. Yep. Give it a little bit of vent here, just a tad choke. And there you go. All right. I hope that helped. Like and subscribe to my channel. Little tidbit things I do as I go along. As things break down, I fix my own stuff. So again, we just added a new on and off gas tank valve to a Tohatsu 2-stroke, roughly 2003 vintage. 3.5, and I think the 2.5 and all of them are pretty much the same engine. But bought it New Year's ago. First time I've done this. It started to leak in the open position. Closed, it didn't leak at all. Put it in the open position, it started leaking. But it kind of works tight against this cover. This cover kind of pushes against the valve itself, and maybe that's why it did. But I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And we'll keep doing these projects as we go along. I like to fix myself and stuff, like I say. And I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks. Hey, be good. Take care.